Hello everyone and welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today we are going to talk about an interesting and meaningful topic, literary association. If you enjoy reading books, listening to stories, writing poems, or learning about famous writers, this episode is for you. Before we begin, let's understand the meaning of literary association. In simple English, a literary association is a group of organization of peoples who share an interest in literature. Literature includes novels, short stories, poetry dramas, essays, and other poems of creative writing.
So literary association is basically a community for people who love literature.
Exactly. It brings readers, writers, students, teachers, and literature lover teachers. They can meet, discuss books, share ideas, organize events, and encourage each other to read and write more.
What kind of activities can we find in literary association?
There are many activities. For example, members can organize book discussions, poetry readings, storytelling sessions, writing competitions, literary festivals, seminars, and author meetings. Some associations also arrange debates about famous books and characters.
That sounds exciting. What happens during a book discussion?
Usually, members read the same book or story before the meeting. Then they become together and talk about it. They may discuss the main characters, the story, the writer's message, and their favorite parts. They can also talk about whether they agree with the discussions made by the characters.
So everyone gets a chance to express their opinion.
Yes, and that is one of the most important benefits of literary association. It takes people how to express their thoughts clearly and respectfully. You may have a different opinion from another person, but you can listen to them and explain your own ideas.
I think this can be very helpful for English learners.
Absolutely. Literary associations can be excellent place to improve English. When you read literature, you discover new vocabulary, sentence structures, idioms, expressions. When you discuss what you have read, you practice speaking. When you write reviews, poems, or short stories, you improve your writing skills.
Can literature also improve our imagination?
Definitely. Literature gives us the opportunity to imagine different worlds and situations. A good story can take us to another country, another time, or even another imaginary world. Reading helps us become more creative because we create pictures and ideas in our minds.
What about learning about different cultures?
Literature is wonderful for that too. Books can introduce us to different cultures, traditions, lifestyles, and ways of thinking. For example, when we read a novel writing by someone from another country, we may learn about their society and experience. This can help us become more understanding and open-minded.
That's very interesting. Are literary associations useful for young writers?
Yes, very much. Young writers sometimes feel nervous about sharing their work. A literary association can give them a supportive environment. They can read their poems or stories to others, receive constructive feedback, and improve their writing.
What does constructive feedback mean?
It means helpful advice that tells you both what you are doing well and what you can improve. For example, instead of simply saying your story is bad, someone might say your characters are interesting, but you could make the ending clearer. That kind of feedback helps a writer grow.
Can literary associations also organize competitions?
Yes, many literary groups organize poetry, essay, storytelling, and short story competitions. These competitions can motivate people to practice their writing and develop confidence. Winning is exciting, but practicing is also valuable because it gives you experience.
What about people who don't like writing?
They can still participate. You don't have to be a writer. You can simply be a reader. You can attend discussions, listen to poetries, learn about authors, and share your thoughts about books.
That makes literary associations suitable for almost everyone.
Exactly. They can also help people build friendships. When people share the same interest, it becomes easier to start conversation and develop connections.
What is the role of teachers in literary association?
Teachers can guide students, introduce them to important writers, recommend books, and organize reading activities. They can also encourage students who are shy to participate in discussions. A good teacher can make literature enjoyable instead of making it feel like a difficult subject.
Sometimes students think literature is boring because they only study it for exams.
That's true, but literature is much more than exams. It is about human experiences, emotions, imagination, and ideas. When we read literature with curiosity, we can discover something about ourselves as well.
Can you give us a simple example?
Of course, imagine reading a story about a young person who fails many times but continues trying. We may learn about determination and passion. Another story might teach us about friendship, honesty, courage, or kindness. Literature can entertain us, but it can also teach us valuable lessons.
I really like that idea. Literature can teach us without directly giving us a lesson.
Exactly. Stories allow us to experience situations through characters. We can learn from their successes and mistakes. If your school, college, or community has a literary association, don't be afraid to join it. If there is not one, you can start a small reading club with your friends. Choose a short story, read it together, and discuss it in English.
That sounds like a simple and effective way to improve English.
Yes, start small and stay consistent. You don't need to read complicated novels. Even a few pages every day can make a difference. Before we finish, let's remember a few important words from today's podcast. Literature, association, author, poetry, discussions, imagination, creativity, culture, feedback, and communication.
These are useful words for English learners.
Definitely. Try using them in your own sentences today. And remember, literature is not only about reading words on a page. It is about connecting with people, understanding different experiences, sharing ideas, and discovering new ways of seeing the world. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep writing.
And most importantly, keep learning English.
I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and happy reading.